Hey everybody, Bill from Iowa. And those of you that have been watching Bill from Iowa videos over the course of the last, 4 or 5 years know that if Bill from Iowa is on the video, it's not good. I'm sure everybody has heard Charlie Kirk got shot today in Utah. And I'll be the first to admit, that rubbed me really wrong. This is America. We have freedom of speech. I should be able to go into any venue and be able to negotiate. I guess you can call it negotiate. Talk to people with different beliefs, different mindsets. We should be able to have a conversation about those differences. And I, or in this case Charlie, shouldn't have to be worried about somebody pulling out a gun and shooting me in the neck. That's the mindset on our side. But, I don't want to make this political, but it is. But on the other side, that's not the mindset. Right? Bill from Iowa videos over the course of the last 3 or 4 years have primarily focused on what can you do to get prepared when the shit hits the fan. Right? And though I don't think this is the shit hitting the fan, it's an example of where we are in that timeline of when the shit's going to hit the fan. And this is just nuts. We got the clowns running the show, and the people with morals are just sitting back and watching the show. And something needs to be done. I'm so mad right now. He was a good guy, right? Christian, hey, for the other side, that's a big old negative. Newest stuff, could talk to anybody. Didn't degrade people, unlike the other side. If they can't beat you in a conversation, you're a Nazi, you're a fascist, you're a racist. When I first heard about it, it's like, when do we fight? When do we start fighting back? When do we start? I'm not going to say imposing our will, but protecting our lives. When does that happen? If you're a Bill from Iowa fan, you've watched the videos, we have that ability on our compound, homestead, whatever you want to call it. But the world's getting crazy, guys. Things are out of control. And left or right, Republican, Democrat, doesn't feel like anybody over there is in control. So I'm doing the best I can with this. If you haven't started to prepare for what's coming, you're running out of time. All my friends, they've beans and rice, faith, family, and firearms. If you don't have beans and rice, if you don't have faith, family, and firearms, you might want to get on it. Things are getting ugly. Just like this guy that's sitting in front of the camera right now, Bill from Iowa. You never see him. He's always happy-go-lucky, got a beer in his hand. Not so much today. I'm on the camera. It's because things aren't right. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed properly. I am not, supporting any kind of, what do they call that? You just go out and take the law into your own hands. Not supporting any of that. But if you have a concealed carry permit, might want to start carrying it. If you don't have beans and rice in the house, might want to get some. You know, if you're missing the 3 F's, faith, family, and firearms, might want to start working on that. It feels like it's time to get right with Jesus, folks. And if you're not there, figure it out. Start reading your Bible. Things are getting nuts. It's Bill from Iowa. Not the video I wanted to make, but the video that needed to be made. We'll talk to you later.